Are you thinking about moving to Madison, Wisconsin? Well, here's the thing. I grew up here and now I help relocating professionals find their perfect Madison home every day. And these are the 7 things my clients wish they'd known before moving here. Make sure you listen to number 4, which could save you thousands on your home purchase. Hey, Madison friends, I'm Allie Fiegel, born and raised between Fitchburg and the west side of Madison, and I'm a realtor now, and I'm super passionate about helping people discover why this is such an amazing place to call home. So let's dive into what you actually need to know. So let's talk about winter first, because it's probably freaking you out if you're not from this area. So here's the truth. Yes, it is cold. But Madison handles winter like a boss. So having grown up here, I can tell you every road is going to be plowed pretty quickly. Every sidewalk is going to be cleared. The crews we know what to expect. We have plenty of experience with the snow and we know how to handle it. And life just continues. And the real secret is winter is when you're actually going to see the heart of Madison's communities. We all come together and we all just handle it. It's part of our lives. You get your winter gear, you get your big coat, you get your really good new tires on your car, and you just know how to handle it and you get used to it. And we have so many wonderful activities to do indoors and outdoors if you want to brave the cold weather during those winter months. And here's something that nobody tells you about buying in Madison. It's really seasonal. I mean, everywhere in Wisconsin, it's really seasonal. So if you are brave enough to move during the colder months, it can save you tons of money. So starting around October, that can really be your sweet spot for getting the best deals on a house or a condo. And most buyers, they're going to wait for spring. I see that all the time. At the time of this recording, I have so many buyers that are waiting for the new year or waiting for the spring or when their lease is up on their apartment. But the reality is our inventory, like our housing inventory, yes, it slows down a little bit, but it stays pretty steady year round. You're still going to be able to find a great home even in the winter months. So check out these homes right now in Middleton. So this is exactly where many of my clients end up finding their perfect match. And these are all what's available. So at the time of this recording right now, it's the middle of November. So this is what's available. And often there's going to be so much less competition. So you're going to be able to snag a house potentially, in this market under list price, which is a big deal for us, this year in this season. So if you're willing to brave the cold weather, nobody likes moving in the winter, but use that to your advantage. All right, next up, let's talk about schools. So having gone through school here myself, from kindergarten all the way up through high school, I can tell you that Madison's school situation is pretty unique. So we have really amazing specialty programs that should be talked about more, right? So whether it's a public school or a charter school or a private school, or the homeschool community is really strong here as well. There are so many options for you. We even have Spanish language immersion schools, so your student can learn Spanish right along with their curriculum. It's just blended into what they learn, which is super cool. All right, next, let's talk about commuting and traffic and just getting around. So this is important when you're moving somewhere new, right? So everyone worries about the isthmus commute. So if you don't know, what's really cool about Madison is that it's on an isthmus. So we have water on both sides, and that's really beautiful and really great. And the isthmus is pretty narrow, so it can get a little bit congested. But here's what you need to know. So Madison is kind of this amazing spoke and wheel design. So growing up, I grew up in Fitchburg, and I watched my parents commute kind of opposite directions every day without many issues. And the real key is you can actually live in Middleton or Sun Prairie or Fitchburg and have an even shorter commute than someone who's living closer to downtown. So these suburban areas, a lot of my clients choose these because you can get way more house for your money. All right, next up, if you are moving here for one of our major employers, this tip is crucial for you. So, see all these major job hubs we have here? They're actually really spread out around the city, which is really great for home values. So, I've watched these areas develop since I was a little kid, but here's what most realtors won't tell you. Buying too close to just one employer can actually limit your future buyer pool. So that's why I help my clients find those perfect sweet spots that keep multiple job centers kind of within easy reach. So it's all about keeping your options open for the future. And like I said, what's really great about Madison is we have these larger job hubs that really keep our economy going, keeping the housing market really strong. All right, let's talk about our lovely 4 seasons that we have in Madison, Wisconsin, or just Wisconsin in general. So I've obviously experienced every season here since childhood, many times over, and I can tell you, in reality, each season has its own magic, and knowing how to enjoy them is key to loving life here. The real secret is knowing where the locals actually go during each season to survive and thrive in every season. So we have beautiful 4 seasons here. So, for example, everyone knows about summer lake life. I mean, that's just the best. Nothing beats a good summer in Madison. But we also have amazing like indoor and outdoor spaces that really transform. Watch some of my short videos. I kind of highlight a lot of this stuff. Things like Olbrich Gardens, which is on the near east side of Madison, kind of in the Monona area, but it's beautiful outside in the spring, summer, but also it's a great place to go in the winter too. They have a tropical conservatory inside, and it's the perfect like January, February escape. It's so warm in there, and it literally feels like you're on a tropical vacation. So take advantage of those local spots that really transform in the winter months or transform through the seasons. Such a cool place to live. All right, next let's talk about money, because I believe in being totally upfront about this. Obviously, it's something really important to consider when you're moving to a new location. So our property taxes are unfortunately going to be a little bit higher than what you're used to. We have really high property taxes. And having watched this area grow up, I can tell you exactly what you're getting for those taxes, which is amazing parks, well-maintained roads, which is really important, and some of the best schools in the country. So yes, you spend a little bit more on taxes, and yes, you get that bang for your buck. And it's important to factor in when you're moving to a new place. And also factor in things like just the cost of living isn't nearly as expensive as somewhere like California or the East Coast. So it's kind of a give and take. And let's take a look at kind of average home prices. Now, obviously, this is in November 2024, so keep that in mind whenever you're watching this video, but this gives you kind of a good example of where we're at, our average home prices, our average rental prices too, and how that compares to maybe other areas that you're considering. All right, so there you have it. That is the real scoop on moving to Madison from someone who grew up here and helps people like you find their perfect home every day. And next week, I'm sharing my favorite hidden gems in all these different neighborhoods that most videos never show you. So make sure that you hit subscribe so you don't miss it. Drop a comment if you have any questions. I personally respond to every single one because I genuinely want to help you make Madison home. Have a lovely day.